For 6 hours, Nebraska lawmakers heard from cattle producers about the past, present, and future of the brand law. I'm Alex Makovica, joining you on the Rural Radio Network. There are two proposals in the Nebraska legislature, one making modest changes to fees that saw support, the other eliminating the brand committee and brand area and making inspection voluntary statewide, moving that agency under the Nebraska Department of Agriculture. The latter bill's sponsor says he may not have cattle, but says he understands policy, while dozens of cattlemen and women urge senators to listen and preserve the brand. Steve White was in the room for that hearing yesterday, talking to people at the Capitol. He'll be breaking it down for us later this morning here on the Rural Radio Network. As the nation approaches its 250th birthday, the National Corn Growers Association has released a new report examining the future of corn farming in the United States. The report is called America's Crop at Risk. It outlines the evolution of ag since 1776 and highlights current economic pressures, including things like rising input costs, market volatility, and industry consolidation. According to a survey from NCGA, about 40% of farmers say they have a family successor in place, while most farm households rely on off-farm income. And finally, the U.S. Department of Ag has announced proposed updates to federal line speed regulations for poultry and pork plants operating under modern inspection systems. Under that proposal, eligible facilities could operate at speeds supported by their equipment and food safety performance, while federal inspectors maintain full oversight to slow or stop production if needed. The USDA says the changes are intended to reduce barriers, provide consistency, and strengthen the food supply chain. From the Nebraska Soybean Board Studios, I'm Alex Makovica.
Growers have spoken, and they're raving about Storin corn herbicide. We surveyed over 1,000 customers who've made the switch to Storin, and 99% said they'd recommend it to a friend. That's right, 99%. With a 9 out of 10 satisfaction rating, it's clear why Storin is the herbicide customers can count on. But don't just take our word for it. Ask your Syngenta retailer or visit storinreviews.com to read testimonials from Storin users near you. Always read and follow label instructions.
Planting early can push your soybean yield, but it also brings more weed pressure. This year, choose a crop-safe solution that holds back weeds, not your beans. With Tendovo pre-emergence herbicide, you'll get long-lasting residual control, stronger stands, and faster canopy closure, so your soybeans can surge all season. And on the yield monitor at harvest, ask your retailer for Tendovo today. Always read and follow label instructions.
Good morning. Welcome back. The National FFA organization says it will cooperate with a congressional inquiry examining one of its corporate sponsors. In a recent statement, National FFA emphasized that it is a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization and does not advocate on behalf of donors or sponsors. The inquiry from earlier this month from Republican leaders on the House Ways and Means Committee and the Congressional FFA Caucus focuses on FFA's partnership with Syngenta, an agribusiness owned by a Chinese state-owned company. Lawmakers have raised concerns about foreign ownership and whether the relationship aligns with FFA's tax-exempt mission. FFA declined to provide additional details, citing the ongoing nature of the inquiry. The review comes amid broader congressional scrutiny of U.S. nonprofits with corporate partners tied to foreign governments. Well, the number of farms in the United States fell by 15,000 in 2025, continuing a long-term decline in the nation's ag landscape. That according to the U.S. Department of Ag in their annual Land and Farms report. The total number of farms dropped to about 1.8 million last year, down from roughly 1.88 million in 2024. That decline spanning nearly all size and sales categories, with smaller operations, those reporting less than $10,000 in annual sales, posting the largest losses. Only operations with annual sales above 1 million saw a slight increase of about 50 farms. Total land in farms also edged lower, decreasing just shy of 0.5% to 874 million acres. That's even as average farm size ticked upward. And in case you missed it at ruralradionetwork.com this morning, warm temps are fueling drought, with nearly 95% of the state experiencing drought or dryness. From the Nebraska Soybean Board Studios, I'm Alex Makovica on the Rural Radio Network.